All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. And we're going to go ahead and get into the lesson. This is 2nd Ezra 1 and 25. It says, well, I'll start at verse 24 to put it in context. And this is the word of the Lord, man, to the tribes, through the prophet Ezra. So what shall I do unto thee, O Jacob, thou Judah, wouldest not obey me? I will turn me to other nations, and to those will I give my name, and they may keep my statutes. Now that other nations is speaking and referring to Israelite foreigners. It's not referring to the Lord's going to start dealing with the heathen, or the people that were not chosen. You know, the Lord, that's speaking of the scattered among Israel that consider themselves or look at themselves as the other nations. You know, so, you know, you got to understand the history of things. You know, and that's what a lot of people do. They see scriptures and they make a private interpretation. You know, scripture says there is the word of the Most High is not a private interpretation. So, you know, these are things that you got to be wary of when you read the scriptures, man. You got to be wary of historical events and prophecies and how they relate to certain scriptures. It says, seeing ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. When you desire me to be gracious to you, I shall have no mercy upon you. And that's evident of the condition of our people today. You can see that the Lord is having no mercy upon the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. You know, just look at their condition. Just look at their mentality and their spirit. You know, look at their lowest state, man. It's poverty. It's diseased. It's ill health. It's ill mental health. Ill physical health. It's just crazy. You know, if you grew up in a so-called Black, Latino, Native American community, we can't even call it community. It's or a place where they call ghettos, barrios, reservations. If you ever grew up in one of those places, man, you can testify to yourself of the low condition and the forsaking that the Lord has done to our people for our disobedience towards Him. But you can pretty much say that you know, people say in the people that live in those areas, they'll say God's not here. There is no God here. And that just testifies of the forsaking of the Lord did to our people, man, for our disobedience, for our wickedness. You know, so it'll feel like that. It'll feel like the Most High is not in those places because it's something about death. You know, Esau has a death culture, man, and he's giving it to you, Jake, you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. But keep on going. It says, whenever you shall call upon me, I will not hear you. For you defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter. And that's the so-called Black, Latino, Native American all day. You know, they are the number one destroyers of their own selves. You know, they take no second thought of taking another man's life, especially one of their own tribe or nation. It's common and it's boasted of, actually. It says, ye have not, as it were, forsaken me, but your own selves, says the Most High. So the majority of our people have forsaken their own selves, man. You know, because these scriptures, these laws, statutes, commandments, these wisdom was set up to be a benefit unto us, to put us in a position of authority and power, to put us in a good state. So going contrary to the Lord, you just forsake yourselves, man. You know, you play yourself, so to speak. You know, you put yourself in a position where everything to your detriment, everything to your cursing. So I'm going to keep on going and get a few scriptures. This is because the reason you forsake yourself because or Jake has forsaken himself because they align himself with the heathen. This is Psalms 18 and 41. And I'll just start at verse 40. This is the Psalm of David, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Now, this is talking about, our enemies, or the heathen. Esau, Edom, and the rest of the nations. So thou hast given me the necks of mine enemies, and that I might destroy them that hate me. Because that's going to happen as well, man. The Lord's going to give the righteous man, the old man that He selected and chosen from the foundations of the earth, spiritual powers to be a battle axe and a weapon of war. So they cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but He answered them not. Then I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out the dirt in the streets. And that's what's going to happen to eventually to two-thirds of our people, also, for aligning themselves with the enemy. They align themselves with the enemy. They partake of his fruit. They partake of his benefits. They partake of the fruits and the benefits that come with that fruit, or the wicked benefits, so to speak. But in so doing, they are forsaking themselves, man. Let's get Proverbs 11:21, just as a real quick lesson. Once again, here at the plantation. This is Proverbs 11:21, and it says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered." And the wicked can be also among our people. So the scripture says, "Among my people are found wicked men." Now, the wickedness that defiles them is the wickedness that they learn and practice from our enemies. Number one being Esau, Edom. It said, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered." So the Lord's going to deal and punish and reward those that are forsaking Him with death. That's coming, man. Death is coming for two-thirds of our people. We say that repeatedly, but the judgment has to go out, and it has to be put forth upon the earth, man. Let's get Proverbs Slack. See, where was I? Yeah, let's get Exodus 23:2. And this is going to be Exodus 23:2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude." These are the laws, statutes, commandments. These are the precepts or the directives that are given to our people. It said, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak it in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." So thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, man. Let's go ahead and get that in the NLT. It says, "You must not follow the crowd of wrongdoing. When you are called to testify a dispute, do not be swayed by the crowd to twist justice." So that's what our people do. They follow a multitude to do evil, man. So they going along with the program, so to speak. In that program that was set up to them by our enemies, the program of the gang culture, of the hood culture, black Latino culture, man. That's a culture of death taught to us by our enemies, man. If you really think about it, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant plan, so to speak. Because He put you in a position to basically destroy yourselves. You gotta look at it like that. He put you in a position to destroy yourself, man. And it wasn't really Him; it was the Most High. The Most High is not with two-thirds of our people. Actually, the Most High, He says in the scripture, I forgot where it's at, but He says He deals with them as enemies. So the Lord counts two-thirds of our people as enemies, man. If you have an enemy, then you ain't showing him no favor. So that's how the Lord looks at two-thirds of our people. He sees them as enemies. I can't think where the scripture is at right now, but that's what it is. The Lord has a great judgment coming on two-thirds of our people. And because the majority of them they're not gonna get right, man. They're not gonna come back to this world, because the Lord already set them up for destruction. The Lord already marked them for death, man. They already been predestined for that second death. So let's go ahead and get Proverbs 16:5. This is Proverbs 16:5, and it says, "Everyone that is proud of heart and is an abomination to the Lord." And that's Esau's teaching all day, man. He teaches you to be proud. That's these hood people too. These hood niggers, hood specks. They walk in almost a state of foolish pride, man. There's this phrase called foolish pride. Pride to the point where you just destroy yourself. I said, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination. You can't let nobody disrespect you. You can't take no well. You got to kill people. You got to earn respect. It's foolish pride. That's what Jake walks in. That's the hood culture. Said, everyone that is proud in heart is abomination to the Lord. For hand joined in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. And that's contrary to us. The Lord makes it so that we have favor in certain situations in the world. So because you'll be amazed that people will help you out, and that's not really them helping now. It's the Lord. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. So that's going to be shown to brothers, man. The Lord's going to put things in our favor. Most I when we are those men. And as mentioned in previous lessons, there's going to be men that are persecuted and men that are going to be martyrs for the truth. There's also going to be men that the Lord's going to show great favor to in these times to come. And it could be by your enemies. You may have no food, and then there might be a point or a place where you have no food or something like that, and your enemy will share some with you or bring some with you, man. You may walk upon a stash of food or other supplies. And then that's going to come by faith, man. That's why we don't push no prepping. We don't push no preparing for a doomsday type event, because all that's going to be handled by the Lord. In those days, we're going to be led by the Spirit. But the wicked of our people are not so, because they have forsaken the Lord. But with that being said, just a real quick lesson. Most I will and hope is edifying, that we give an honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So let's keep on pushing. Shalom.